Hello everybody and welcome back to City Skylines, where we've got a few things that we need to handle here, looks like. I didn't realize we had a water issue out over here at the end of last episode, but yeah, that would make sense. So we're going to extend this water pipe out over this way, and I'd love to connect it in over this way. Yeah, that'll work. Cool. So that'll be dealt with. We do still have a bit of an import goods problem, but we will get rid of a few of these abandoned structures over here. And over here. This problem is definitely much less bad than it used to be. There's no doubt about that. We do have a lack of workers for our industrial areas. That is definitely true. And as we try to expand this industrial area over here, that's going to become worse. We do have some garbage out over here that needs to get picked up. That's a farm truck, and that's a box truck. Okay, fair enough. What I'd like to do over here, I think, is put in a garbage transfer facility. Yeah, it's not going to be on a municipal island, but this will be an industrial island, so that's fine. I'm not concerned about the pollution or the noise pollution here. So I do see that there is a garbage truck right here, but I still want to put in a garbage transfer facility right there. Okay, sounds good. So that'll be handled. No problem whatsoever there. And what is this one? Not enough customers. So, I mean, by and large, what we need more than anything right now is more people. Although the demand is for commercial right now. I feel like that's a little bit counterproductive, but we'll just get this area zoned up. That'll be fine. We're definitely importing a lot more goods, and that is great. So what else are we going to need at this point? Well, I mean, we do have this waste processing complex. How are we doing on electricity? We could definitely use a little bit more electricity. So I think that one thing that we could do is take this road down over this way and develop this island just a little bit more, bringing it down something kind of like this. We can't really get away with linking that in here, but that's okay. We don't have to. All we need to do down here is I'd like, and we don't have the money for it right now, but I'd like to put in a solar power plant. Do we have the space for it here? Not really along that curve. Okay, we may have to flatten this out, which is okay. We can do that. We can have this take a much sharper corner, although that is not the sharper corner that I want. I'm going to use the straight line tool here. And we're going to bring this in like that. That's much sharper, and hopefully that has the space that we need for a solar power plant. Yeah, we're just lacking cash. Okay, good. So we can fit a solar plant down here. That's fantastic. We, of course, have a water issue over here because I didn't run a pipe. Fair enough. That needs to happen. We could also run a water pipe up over this direction, and then one final water pipe up over this way. It would let us run it out to here. I guess that's fine. There we go. That's this entire area watered up. Should be no problem there. Okay. So workers are our primary shortage at this point. We do have a lot of residential area over here to develop. It looks like this is still under development. Let's go ahead and boost it on up in terms of game speed here. And we can definitely see that we're producing less water pollution over here. That's good. That is very, very good. Eco water treatment plants output almost pure water. Not entirely pure, but almost pure. How are we doing on our water capacity? We're doing okay. Sounds good. And education, we could almost use another elementary school. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put one in up over here. That'll do for now. Excellent. These are a lot of berries, there's no doubt about that, but I think it's all good. Lack of workers is currently our biggest issue. We do still need some imports over here, but that should improve as we develop this island, in theory. In theory. This is not enough educated workers. Specifically, highly educated workers. Okay. Well, we'll get that done soon enough. We are exporting some wood down over this way, but we're going to want to lessen up on our wood exports for a little bit while we develop this island. To that end, Disconnected power grids. What? I don't think we actually have a disconnected power grid. Oh, up over here. Right. That would be necessary. We're going to run this on the water over this way, and we don't have water pipes up here either. Water pipes would help as well. There we go. We'll get that done. Cool. There we go. So we'll get a little bit of residential over there. But yeah, more than anything, we need workers. So that'll be fine. We can demolish these structures here. And I would like to continue to work on our roads out over here. Looking at this, this will be approximately where we want the road. Kind of like that. And then I kind of want to branch this and have these go a different direction. Because I kind of like what we have going on over here. It's just a little bit different. So then we could bring something in kind of like that. And then something in kind of like this. And then up over this way. We would need to probably freeform that road. And have that angle be a little bit more like that. There we go. And just get some cross-hatching in here. How's that looking? I think that's just fine. That will definitely be our longest road over here. There's no doubt about that one. And we'll just get that linked in like that. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Bring in this road over here. And finally, a road. Actually, maybe we want this road to come down like this. No, because this is a really more triangular. I think that this road should come in a little bit more. I don't like this positioning of it. A little bit more like that. It's kind of curved away from the others. Maybe like this. I don't love it. But I guess that'll do. Okay. That will do for now anyway. We do need to run water piping out over this direction, and we'll go ahead and do so, running this out something kind of like this. I'm not sure exactly how much we're going to have to run through the center here, but I don't think it's a huge amount. Okay, so we connect this in like that. We could just have our water piping go this way. That's actually possibly the most efficient way to do it. And just have it come through kind of like so. And then one final one up over here. This really isn't necessary. We could have it come through here, but that would require 2 pipes. So I think we're just going to do that. Okay, so that's all watered. We have a pretty good residential demand at this time. So we're definitely going to zone more residential. That is very, very necessary. And we're going to put in some residential zoning over this way. Cool. And maybe just all along this highway. Again, this highway will not ultimately remain here. We will get rid of the highway eventually. But for now, we'll leave it be. Checking in on our traffic, things look pretty decent, all things considered. I'm reasonably okay with our traffic levels. We do appear to have a dead people picking up problem. And a water problem out over here. For some reason, I thought that we had watered this entire area. We didn't. We're just going to bring in the water pipe under the highway and then bring this in kind of like so. And then connect this in over here like that. There we go. And now we can almost go every other road here. In fact, that would do. And we just have this section here, which we can get by connecting like that. It doesn't have to be pretty. It's a water pipe. Okay, sounds good. This... Oh, hello, we're a metropolis now. Cool. This is a potential issue here. It's not hugely backed up. But I think it would be best to upgrade this to a 2-lane at some point soon. Can we get this upgraded right here? Actually, yes. Shockingly, we can. Kind of like that. Cool. So that'll add a lot more throughput to this tunnel. That'll be absolutely great. I am a little surprised we could upgrade that without actually removing any of our existing infrastructure. That's kind of huge. I like it. We do have a little bit more zoning up here, I think. Was that area not zoned? I think that area wasn't zoned, and that was preventing that from getting developed. That's okay. That is fine. We're going to want to develop this area as well, of course. And in order to do that, we will eventually need to develop this section of road here. Have that curve in, kind of like this, and then come up over here. Kind of like this, and then eventually... I don't really love this corner. I'm going to get rid of this section. This can then come up here, like so. The question is, do we want it to link in up like this, or in this same location? Generally, the fewer intersections you have, the better it is. So we can get rid of this and reflow this road in hopes of being able to make this corner. We kind of can't. We could maybe back off this section, and now we should be able to make this corner. Yeah, we'll have a little bit of wasted space here, but I'm reasonably okay with that. We can also take a single road out through here and slot that in up over this way. Kind of like that. I don't really love this situation that we've got going on here, but that is something that we could do. As far as water goes, out over this way, we're going to definitely want to push out over this direction a bit. And we'll just link it in kind of like that. That'll be fine. Okay, are we still lacking in jobs over here? A little bit. We're still a little lacking in jobs. And down here as well? Yes. So we do require additional jobs. That's reasonably unsurprising. Ah, power. Yes, we were planning on building that power plant, and we do have the cash now. So let's go ahead and put in a solar power plant here. There we go. Sunshine intensity is only 52 right now, but that's fine. We do need to get that some water, so we'll just pump that water in, kind of like that. And we'll just get this whole island watered. There we go. Cool. So that's outputting a lot of power. Even at only 52% intensity. 136 megawatts, that's quite a lot. I like it. So no power issue there. We shouldn't be having any sort of education issue. Actually, we could expand our elementary schools. I wouldn't necessarily mind putting one up over this way somewhere. Like here. Now, there's not really a fantastic way to get up here from over here. What is the best way to do that? Currently, I believe the best way to do that, if you're over here, you just get onto this highway and then turn off over this way. If you're on this side, you have to get on this highway, which is... Oh, this highway is going this way. So you get on this highway, and then you go this way. Oh, that's really awkward. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're just going to extend this tunnel to make it so that this tunnel also connects up here. So, in order to do that, I want to bring it out over this direction. And then I'd like to connect it in something like that, but I think that that's kind of a terrible place to do it. Is this just a terrible idea? It might be. I mean, it would do the trick. It would get it connected. The question is, at what cost? I mean, I'm not worried about the financial cost. We could have it come in just like this. That's relatively small. A relatively low footprint. We could give it a go, see how it works. We're lacking power up here. That's a little bit unsurprising. I'm just trying to decide where I want to pull the power from. here would probably be reasonably fine, and we can eliminate this power line as we get this area developed. Okay. So that'll be fine. We still have a dead person awaiting transport here. In fact, 2. I believe we're going to have hearses here pretty soon. Yeah, there's 4 hearses right in this area right now. It is still a pickup, or rather a throughput problem there, not a processing problem, but that's okay. As we come out over here, we definitely have fewer businesses that are lacking goods. We'll get that handled soon enough. But right now we need jobs more than anything. Or not jobs, we need workers for the jobs. We need to continue to develop this area out over here. I'm going to develop the riverfront here. Or I guess this is the seafront. This isn't a river at all. We'll just do something kind of like that. Develop all the way around there. Okay. Sounds good. I would eventually like to start developing this island. Which reminds me, we do have access to get the last piece of it. And that's this guy. Kind of an awkward city shape for sure. And we're going to get one more location unlock. Where do we want to do that? This one, perhaps? That might give us the most landmass. We could also get this one just to complete our collection of this island, and we get this one as well. That might not be the worst idea either. We could certainly do that. Okay. Well, that's something to think about anyway. Apparently there's a fire on this island, and I'm a little surprised our firefighter helicopters haven't responded to it. Oh, probably because we don't have a fire watch out over here. That's probably why. It also doesn't really matter to us that much, so there's that too. We're not too concerned about it. I'm a little more concerned about this pollution, but it seems to be cleaning up nicely. So that's good. As far as all this goes, I don't want to create a helicopter line. We're good on those. We did that in the last one. I don't feel like that's necessary here. Really, a fire helicopter to put that out? Okay. Interesting choice. Well, we are going to bulldoze this guy, and yeah, we definitely have a lot more goods coming in. We're still lacking goods. Actually, over here it's lacking workers and customers. Looks like we've got our goods under control now. It's mostly lacking workers, although that's getting better. So that's good. I'm going to develop this area up over here next. And I'm actually just going to use the box select, and we're going to zone this entire area dense residential. There we go. We can definitely see that this is getting heavy use by people attempting to merge onto this highway to go this direction. That's not really the intended use of this tunnel. But it is understandable that they'd want to do that. So that would be going this way. The other way to do that, of course, would be to come down here, go up, and take this ramp. But that might be hard to get to, because we don't actually have a connector here. I think I'm going to reconnect these and see what happens. That might be a mistake, but let's see. If we reconnect that, will that lessen the traffic coming through this tunnel? Because I don't want this to be this much through traffic through here. And that creates a bottleneck up here, which I really don't like. So let's see what ends up happening with that. We are seeing some cars come this direction and head up that ramp. I'm also seeing this here, but it looks like that's fine. That's just a stoplight, I think. This is definitely lessened. It's still not great, but it has lessened. Another option would be to put in an on-ramp over here, that wouldn't necessarily be a terrible idea. It would simply connect in like that. And that would mean that they're not plaguing this connection or this intersection up here as much, in theory. At least once they start pathfinding over to here. Okay, we're seeing a little bit of usage there. This intersection here is definitely a problem. I'm going to remove that temporarily. I would like to find a way... We took this whole area out. I would like to find a way to have all three of these merge together into one. Of course, we've got this elementary school. I'm going to move it out over here for now. And we are going to try to find a way to merge all of these together. I don't know how realistic that really is. Yeah, that gives space already occupied. Okay. So this would need to come up over like this way and then merge in like that. And then we'd want this guy to merge in. We could have that merge in like over here. And then this could merge in like that, although I really hate that angle. I think that that angle was objectively bad. Maybe more like this. Maybe. That may or may not be better. I'm not sure. We'll find out. Okay, I'm going to zone that stuff, and honestly, I think that that is helping a lot. Yeah, this looks reasonably acceptable at this point. Cool. So no real traffic issues going on over this way just now. We do have a forest fire that broke out in Butler Heights. That's not shocking. That happens a lot, actually. Looks like we do need more commercial and industrial. I don't mind zoning those. I mean, we do need them. It's just that right now, the major reticence that I have towards zoning industrial and commercial is we have a lack of workers. But that lack of workers, I think, has alleviated. So I think we're okay. We can get all of these areas zoned up and see what they think of that. We can always add more sections a little bit later on. Oh, I didn't get this over here. There we go. Cool. So our demand is dropping. That is great. I'm just watching this to see if we get any major traffic buildup here. It looks like we're not. I definitely didn't intend for this pathfinding to lead onto this highway, though. That's an unintended consequence of this. But overall, it's probably reasonably okay. We can upgrade this to a 2-lane if we need to. And I also wouldn't mind necessarily putting an off-ramp here that connects in kind of like that. Although that angling is maybe a little awkward, but yeah, something kind of like that. Just so it is a little easier to get down over here. Okay, so those fires got put out, and we'll keep an eye on that traffic situation. This is potentially an issue. Potentially. Our citizens are unhappy. We don't have many parks. This is true. We probably should do something about that. We can put a small park in, like, over here. That would fit here. Here you go, guys. Have a park. Do you guys want a park, too? We could go for a slightly smaller park over this way. Or actually, we'd probably be better off to place that over here-ish. Because that happiness radius will spread a lot further. Okay, we'll do something kind of like that. Get a couple of parks in there. All good. And with that, it is about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to keep a bit of an eye on our traffic situation here. I think overall we're going to be fine here, but that's definitely something I want to keep an eye on. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, and all the rest. And of course, you. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.
I'm your host, Jazz Bowman, and people ask me all the time, Jazz, how did you get into boating and radio? Well, the answer is pretty simple. My father was a ship's captain, and his father was a ship's captain, and his father was a captain too. I got into the radio because, well, if you think the seas are rough, you should look at the job market for ship's captains. Anyway, enjoy your time here at All That Jazz.